Like up your nose. Oh, we live on YouTube.
Oh. Because they're not.
What's up, YouTube? Snapchat.
What's up, YouTube?
What's up, YouTube?
All right, we're here, bitch.
Okay.
So we need to invite people to.
And you're recording this, right?
Yeah.
Will you be able to send it to me?
We can't. We just can't plug this feed into Facebook.
We
You
can.
could probably put the link of the YouTube live stream, in
Yeah.
Just for the watch party. But I see 3 links. Which one? The last one?
Yeah.
The last one, both of the last ones are the same.
You're recording this, right?
Yeah.
Will you be able to send it to me?
We can't. We just can't plug this feed into Facebook.
We can.
You can, right? Yeah.
Come on, we better be echoing across the channels, across the lands.
Yeah, it's not good.
Right, yeah.
Come on, we better be Oh, I'm trying to send it.
I'm tagging y'all now.
I got the same link. You get a copy from me.
All right. Listen, y'all go ahead and if you own the YouTube link, make sure you silence it. Ian did not. And that's why y'all was hearing all of that echo, child.
Remy said they won't let me. Okay.
You got what's up?
No, nothing. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
And Michael, Sunshine Valerie, and Titan.
Y'all give us a second on YouTube. This is all new for us.
It is.
Take your time.
I'm loving it.
Take your time.
Let them use you.
Okay.
So I wouldn't go that far. It depends on what he's doing first.
Well, right. Because you might end up in a situation.
Or might end up out of a situation. How about that?
Oh, there you go. You might end up somewhere where you think you're safe, but end up home.
Well, I'm just gonna share
with any of y'all bullshit. One moment, I'll be right back.
Meanwhile, Adonis, I'm about to play with you.
You gotta watch. You gotta watch.
Young man, you gotta watch it.
Y'all,
how's
thank y'all for tuning in. We say that I don't have no followers on YouTube, but I guess we started a YouTube channel tonight. So before we start, I got an amazing group of people on tonight. So I'm Eva Haddock. I am the executive drunk director of the Normal Anomaly Initiative. I do a couple things. I'm also the Impulse Group Houston. And I am a part of a podcast. I just do some fuck shit. This is very much unfiltered. It's very much gonna be fun. And I haven't been on live in a while, and definitely never on YouTube. So it should be real fun. So I also have 2 team members that are on the live tonight. Could Titan and Kimmy introduce themselves?
I am. Are you gonna go first? Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead, sis. You got it.
I am Kimmy Doyle, the motherfucking stylist that styles. I am a program manager for the Normal Anomaly. I am also a volunteer with Impulse Group Houston, as well as I am the CEO of Kimmy Doyle Styles, which does all things fashion. Get into it.
Yes. And I am Titan Capri. I am a program manager as well with the Normal Anomaly. And I am a host of a radio show. I'm an author and all of that good stuff. And we are here. We are ready. Let's get it popping.
Yes. And then I have some amazing Black queer men, beautiful and amazing Black queer men. Highly opinionated though. So it should get a little intense tonight because we're covering some things. So Remy, can you introduce yourself?
What's up, YouTube land, Twitter land, Snapchat, Brian, and the lands all across the land. No, I'm just kidding.
Come on.
Hey,
You better
my
do
name
it.
is Remington. I'm Vice President of Strategic Partnerships for Black Gifted and Whole, which is a scholarship foundation for Black queer men by Black queer men. Very FUBU about the situation. And I'm just happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
What fraternity are you a part of?
I'm a part of the Gamma Mu Phi Fraternity Incorporated.
I know that.
The National Communications Director for Gamma Mu Phi Fraternity Incorporated.
Yes. My love, Vernus, can you introduce yourself?
Okay, well, first of all, I would like to say I'm not one of the Black queer men. I'm Vernus,
Right.
as a trans-identifying person. But I am the founder and executive director of the Mahogany Project here in Houston, Texas. I'm a board member of SOSU, which is Saving the System. I'm a community mobilizer, organizer, an all-around strategist and genius. Yeah, that's me.
Thank you, Vernus. He's also, I'm sorry, they are going to continue to correct me all night.
Is.
Right. I appreciate it. That's why I have Vernus on. To all my panelists, if y'all could mute yourself, including myself, after you speak, it just helps out with the sound. Adonis, could you introduce yourself?
Ooh, my turn. It's on me. So what it's gonna be? Hey, I'm gonna run it. What's up, y'all? My name is the Adonis Darling. I'm the same dude, the main dude, never the lame dude. I'm a part of a myriad of organizations and leadership of a lot of those organizations. And let me say this now, my opinions are those of my own. They do not reflect any campaign, employment, or any other organizations I am a part of. So yes, I'm a part of a lot of organizations, and I am a member of the Gamma Mu Phi Fraternity Incorporated. I am the national vice president, and I'm here to have a good time. I'm here for the shits and not the bullshit. So thank you for allowing me this opportunity to share my opinion.
Absolutely. And we're so excited that Adonis is here. And my sunny son, the sunny son, only sunny son, Michael Valerie is in the building. Introduce yourself.
Hello. Hi, everyone. I am Michael Sunshine Valerie. I am a coordinator for Impulse Group Houston, as well as a nursing student and a native Houstonian. So we're just gonna have a good time. We're gonna canoodle and have a good time. I won't be drinking, so everything that's coming out of my mouth will be the truth, and I will be stopping all of the lies that comes out of some other people's mouth. And I yield the remainder of my time.
You need a drink, good sis.
Oh, and Z, if y'all ever wanted an argument, this person has been quiet the entire time, ain't said one mumbling word. But here we are, the debonair, the incomparable Wendell King, the Great. Can you introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Wendell King. I'm kind of quiet, but I'm here just to have a good time and take part in conversation. I'm a member of a lot of organizations. I'm the national president of Gamma Mu Phi Fraternity. And yeah, I'm a member of a lot of things. Look me up, W2K Communications, where I help you create your voice. Let's have a good time.
Yes. So now we have introduced ourselves. We want to introduce our word. This is our version of Watch What Happens Live. I am your host, your Andy Cohen with Melanin, okay? And our word of the night is coronavirus. Coronavirus. The word of the night is coronavirus because simply, though I understand it's a world pandemic, I know we're probably going to run over some facts, some figures, and some statistics around coronavirus. I see you, Vernus. I see your hand up. Every time we say coronavirus, you got to drink. Vernus, what you talking about over there?
Oh, are we just saying do only coronavirus count or like Rona count? Corona.
Rona, Miss Rona, Corona.
I was about to say Miss Rona Devara Yamamoto.
This is a moment.
Rona Rita, all that good stuff.
This is a moment. Actually, you know what? Y'all take yourself off of mute because it's kind of more fun when we all talking and getting some. We'll see if it is too much. You know, we're new on YouTube, so it's not gonna bore us too much to kind of, as my sonny son say, canoodle a bit.
You already say Corona?
Bitch, I don't want to canoodle with you bitches. You need to take a shot.
Right. So
I heard somebody say Corona.
I'm mad. Now we off mute. I was over here making signs so I would be able to talk when we was on mute and shit. Look, I'm
I object. I object. It's always somebody doing the unthinkable, pulling out props.
Burners.
Burners is our Kenya Moore. Watch it.
Yes.
I live.
So look, we're gonna get started with our conversation. How I'm gonna moderate, because I also got opinions. How I'm gonna moderate the conversation for our YouTube. Y'all please share this and tell people to come over to YouTube since we can get on Facebook. But this is about to be a fun video. But we got to start with something that's a little touchy. And I want to hear from two people specifically. And I didn't say Corona that time.
Oh my God.
The first thing we're going to talk about is Andrew Gillum. So a little backstory on Andrew Gillum.
Here we go.
Andrew Gillum, about last week or so, cops came and found a couple bags of meth, prescription pills, and an escort, plus somebody that turned him in. There was pictures released of him naked, laying in vomit. The escort that was in the building was taken for an overdose. And there has been a constant conversation over the last week on how we as people, especially Black queer people, need to stand beside Andrew Gillum. Now, before I give my feelings, thoughts, and messages, I want to give the platform to King the Great, Wendell, to give his thoughts.
I want to hear his thoughts because then I'm gonna piggyback off of that. Come on with it.
We gotta hear King and one more, and then everybody gonna join in. King, what you say?
Please let me say something on that.
shut up and be quiet.
My thought, I think that Gillum is full of crap. I think that he's full of crap. I think that he was pretty much exposed. I said when he was running for governor that it was something about him I did not trust as far as leadership, and everyone jumped down my throat. But I saw something that I just did not trust in him. And then I tried to give him a chance. And then when Abram didn't concede, and he changed his mind.
Hold on, King. Yeah, we're gonna have to do mute because I need to hear what King said. Go ahead and mute, please. Okay, keep on going, King.
Okay, but after he conceded, and then Abrams refused to concede, and then he changed his mind, I didn't trust him again. Right. And so then when he started being a pundit on CNN, I was looking at him and I was like, something is changing with his color. He lost a lot of weight. His color started changing. And I made several comments about it. So I don't think that he needs to be attacked by the Black community, but I also don't think he needs to be saved by the Black community. I think this is one of those moments where it is what it is. So we don't have to publicly attack him, but we don't have to publicly stand for it because what he did was wrong. And that's at the end of the day. The only victims to me is his wife and 3 kids. And that's just the way I see it.
Okay. Hold on. I have.
It was you, Remy, you was next. You was next.
I love you.
Okay. Okay, so what is it?
Very regularly, but it's all respect. But here's the thing.
Everybody else.
The preface of starting the argument about don't trust, like, conflates his sexuality with something draconian, and I'm not really with that, right? Like, understand that like he campaigned on this platform regarding him to be this nuclear family, this like celebrated Black politician that is above reproach. But my problem is not with him, because we all got skeletons in our closet, right? My problem is with his team, right? Because I work in comms and you work in comms. So you know what would have happened if our elected official or our client was in this type of disposition. We would have made sure that entire floor was empty. We would have had security at the door, phones checked upon entry, right? Like he would have had his fun. They would have had their fun when nobody went live, right? And then he would have woke up the next morning, went home to his wife, who I believe probably already knew. Now, as far as like giving him grace, I believe that everybody deserves grace. I personally feel a way about who the prostitutes were. And I feel like that's what came back and bit him in you know, because had they been, I don't think it would have been a thing, right? But I'm not big on like demeaning him based solely on the fact that he engaged in some bisexuality, because I feel like a lot of these politicians do, and a lot of their wives be down with it. I don't know if his wife was, and I hope that she did though, because then it's not as much of a blow, a debilitating blow, right? Yeah. But I'm not going to down him for having a good time. I am going to down him, however, and his team for being sloppy.
Well, I never said anything. So hold on. So the messed up part about this, King and Remy, is when you go first, y'all been in debate. When you go first, that puts you way at the end. So thank you for your opening comments. Kimmy, what you got to say?
Okay, so first of all, we do know that the next week after this happened, he checked into rehab, right? So that right there,
no, Remy.
You have we don't know what he checked in for. They could say it was alcoholism for his team probably said, okay, we're gonna say it's for alcoholism. But bitch, you was high as fuck, just like the rest of them people that was in that motherfucking room. And as a wife and as a motherfucking woman, you're not gonna embarrass me and shame me like that, ma'am. You're gonna do what the fuck you need to do, and you need to motherfucking act right when we in the public eye, because nobody wants public embarrassment, regardless of who the fuck you are, what platform you're on. So the fact that he motherfucking checked into rehab the next week, his whole entire story is horrible. I'm not buying it. I'm not standing by it. My thing is, as a man, and furthermore, a man first and then a Black man second, he needs to stand up for what the fuck he did and take his motherfucking L. That was an L. That's it. That's all.
Okay. Adonis, what is it?
Well, you tell me what it was. No, so here's my thing. Because my mom used to always tell me, everybody who know me, if we're going to play right. So this is how I feel about it. Point blank and period. What I'm tired of is Black people always being a constellation prize. When OJ had an issue, when it came as far as him being not guilty or trying to prove his innocence, he was Black. When Michael Jackson had an issue for being all these allegations, then he came to the Black community. Bill Cosby, when he had issues, he came to the Black community. So here's my thing. If we're going to play right. The same people that you lay with, who you party with, who you good time with, who you celebrate with, come to those same individuals when it's time to prove your innocence and everything else. Now, let me say this, and I agree with the majority of what everyone has said prior to me. My issue with Andrew is, not the fact of him being caught up in a situation, because I don't know what the ins and outs are possibly with his marriage. My issue is not the behavior, but the addiction or what he was engaging in, because what's real and what we don't talk about enough is substance abuse. And we talk about substance abuse, we're talking about meth. Too many times, I can tell you as a case manager doing intake assessments, and I had friends tell me that, Black kids, the Black girls are starting to do meth, and me, because I can own my own shit, I said, no, we're not really doing it. That's not really a quote unquote Black gay drug. And now I'm seeing how real it is. So I definitely want to, you can eat gum, chew gum, and still walk. So we definitely need to hold him accountable. If he has an issue, then we need to make sure that he gets help for that issue. But you can't heal what is not addressed. And he said alcoholism. right?
Okay, I follow you.
You see what I'm saying? He said alcoholism, and all of us, for the most part, even if it's one mutual friend, know someone who has been addicted to meth and their life has been changed by meth, right? So if we're gonna have that conversation to authentically help him when they're saying this open letter to Black men, which we already know as a lot of us Black men or people who've been around Black queer men, is that Black men are willing to help Black heterosexual men, i.e. Black Lives Matter. So my thing is this: in order for us to help him, he has to be accountable at home first. So if you have a problem, not with alcoholism, let's call a thing a thing. Because my thing is, I can't help you, brother, if you can't acknowledge something.
Okay, Adonis, good thought. Vernon, I'm coming to you. I'm coming to you, Remy and Wendell. Y'all get the rebut. So Vernon, what are we talking?
I'm gonna always think from my POV, and I want to start out by saying sex work is real work. Okay. And I'm 95% sure that everybody on this live knows somebody that is engaged in sex work, has engaged in sex work, and if shit keep going the way it's going, bitch, might have to engage in sex work, okay? And so what I'm saying is, we all know the struggles of that, right? And how our friends who have done these things have to come across clientele and things like that, and how hard it is. The reason why these Black politicians are in these Black people who are higher up, so they have all this power or this money, the reason why they engage with white escorts is because of level of discretion, because it's a ideology that Black sex workers do not come with discretion, right? And so don't come to me now, because I wasn't working when you was paying these white girls all this money to lay up and fuck on them, as my good girlfriend would say. I wasn't worth all that. I needed that coin to survive. These girls needed a coin to go on a trip. Okay? So don't come knocking at my front door telling me that now that I need to defend you, okay? Because you done got caught laid up with the white man who you paid for discretion, because the Black girls wasn't worthy of your coin because they didn't come with discretion.
Woo! 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 Okay. Y'all are wiping up my comments. Okay. Michael, what is it?
Well, it's extremely nuanced, but I'm more on the side of supporting him because at the end of the day, our own will be the only ones that can help and save him, because he was a promising politician who only lost the governorship by less than 30,000 votes. He's extremely intelligent and he deserves a second chance. But that does not mean, to Adonis's point, that we cannot address his addictions and call them out by name. But more importantly, I just hate how we are so easy to just discard people once they make mistakes. And we have a buffoon in office every day spreading misinformation. Kimmy, I'm gonna get to you because I know you're up here reading me. It's okay. Park that right there, baby. Park that. I just don't agree with that, because at the end of the day, now it's identified that he is our brother because he is bisexual, which is a part of the community, and he is Black. So he definitely needs to be saved, loved, and, whether that comes from us as the community more than the LGBT community, more than the Black community, I'm fine with it because he needs his support. So that's how I feel about it. Y'all do what y'all want.
So
I'm supporting.
I'm going to give my thought before we get the final rebuts from Remy and then Wendell. So
what about Titan? So Titan just ain't here. We just
I'm sorry, brother. I'm looking at.
He just overlooked me. Period.
I'm sorry. So, brother, what's your thoughts? What is it?
I'm about to play devil's advocate, so I don't know about all these other people. Somebody said Corona.
Oh, y'all drink, bitch. All right.
Let me say this. Let me play devil's advocate. That was a setup. They set that man up, and we know they set him up because the way that information came out right after it broke, they knew everything from the rooter to the tutor. They knew how it looked. They knew how it was shaped. They knew everything. That was a setup. And what his fault was, he fell for that setup. Now, I don't know what he didn't do or what he wasn't doing, or what he was going to do, and he did. There was something there. I'm telling you now. That information came out. They got copies of the police report and all of that stuff.
Titan, I really hate to
That was a
interject, but I
setup.
need to tell you
No.
No.
Michael, you don't get to respond.
That was a setup. That was a. I'm telling you now. Now, true enough, he may have some issues going on or whatnot or what have you, but I guarantee you, look how that information fell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was a setup.
I'm sorry. Where?
No, Remy, you coming? No, you coming?
Oh
you
yeah,
coming.
no. I didn't interrupt you.
Remy, as I said, go ahead, Ty. Remy, you
So
about
no,
to get
I'm
another
just saying.
chance.
I'm just saying. I'm playing devil's advocate. I'm playing devil's
Remy is
advocate.
toe up.
I'm not saying. Just like what Remy said earlier, and I agree with that, because if it was a point of him being on this whole thing of having security and all of that, what was all of that? How did they get these pictures? How did they get him like this? Something's not right about that? And I don't care what anybody else say. I think it was a setup.
They went live. That was a set. But the thing is,
hold on, Remy, it's my turn. Can I talk? Remy, can I talk? We coming to you. We coming. Let me talk. I ain't said nothing yet. Okay, so my thoughts. These are my thoughts and my thoughts only. So I don't care about what happened, honestly. I don't think it's important what happened. I don't think how he got there, what the pictures are, what his political resume is. I don't care about any of that. I don't think it's important, right? I think it's important our reaction. It is so many times that I've been in positions and people like me and people bigger than me, like Gillum, have been in positions where things that are ugly, may not be true, come out, and we as people begin to turn on them, right? We don't ask any questions. We don't build any cases. We don't follow any orders. We just begin to demolish them and their reputation, okay? And so I am not moved. I'm not pressed. I think we do need to talk about substance use. I do think we need to talk about bisexuality and the stigma that surrounds sexuality. I think we need to talk about the stigma that surrounds sex work and what sex work looks like. I definitely think we need to decriminalize sex work. I definitely believe that, but I don't care about that because the issue is, as people that look and love like this person, we're having a conversation dismissing him before we even hear his side, right? The fact that he is in rehab, I am not saying he does not need to take accountability. I do think there is an accountability structure. But I was telling Titan on the phone recently, I said, I think my mama was a crackhead. I really believe my mama was a crackhead. I will never know my mama was a crackhead because there were people around her that was working on her sobriety that never let it get to me.
Bitch, my
As a
mama
community,
was a crackhead for 17 years. Does that mean that she not supposed to take responsibility for all the bullshit that she did? No, ma'am. Girl, fuck that.
But see, this is the thing. You're talking out of trauma. And I'm not moved by trauma, right? You're talking out of trauma. I am speaking from a place of where my mother was. Y'all can unmute now.
I'm talking about in life, period. Miss Thing has served 3 different terms in jail. Take responsibility. The crack.
Responsibility.
The shit.
I'm not saying you don't take responsibility. I'm just saying that was a setup. That's what I'm saying.
So here's my question, Fred. How is it a setup? Was it a setup when he walked in the room, or once he indulged in whatever he indulged in, or was he a setup when he left the wedding? Which one was it?
Fred, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that the end game was the setup. So I'm not saying what he did, where he walked in and all that.
Hold on. What Remy was saying, what you were saying,
even though this hat is red, I'm gonna take it off and put on my white hat as a crisis communication specialist and go into my Olivia Pope mode, right? In this space, regardless of if someone set him up, his team should have been cognizant, informed, and derailed that setup, right? I'm not talking about.
Hold on.
When you work with elected
Ready, bitch.
When you work with
right,
people in these high positions, your job, and they're always surrounded by people whose job it is to sit out like and see through these types of like draconian like plots, right? Like we have to be cognizant that this man had a lot going on and he just wanted to have a little fun. I will forever give people grace because we've all slipped and fell short of the glory. You know what I'm saying? It's a thing. But his team, that's the people who I feel like we should crucify. His team should have made sure
what I'm talking
this
about.
man was not out here looking the way he was looking. Period.
Do you think
Hold on. So look, we got to, it's a lot of people on here, so I am gonna moderate. And I want to get to our next topic because I want to play our game. So I want everybody to give 15 seconds of their final words, starting with Michael.
Michael gonna be all love and light and shit. I ain't got time.
Exactly. And guess what, ma'am? You don't have the floor, so you're muted. But yes, I still stand on supporting him, and we can, kumbaya a little later, but I'm not gonna leave him out here in the crossfire. So everyone else can just have their moment and, make him feel worse about it, because at this moment he can actually grow and he could be an ally, or he can come out or do whatever he feels that is necessary. But more importantly,
ally.
I'm going to support him. Bye, babies.
All right.
Me?
Muted.
Okay. So I'm still thinking, and the same thing with what Remington said, I do believe that his team failed him. I'm saying that's the setup. I'm saying that I believe they failed him. I don't think we should throw him to the wolves. I don't think that that's the case, because a lot of us have did a whole lot worse in that. I think we should rally around him, lift him up, especially if he's going to rehab, what have you, whatnot. But I still think it was a setup. His team failed it.
Okay, cute. Vernon.
First, I want to start off. It may have been a setup, and we may have did things in our past that was wrong too, but we were still fucking on the black girls, not the right ones, for a coin. Secondly, when we say that he's smart, so let's not throw him away. There's a lot of sex workers standing on the Bissonnette right now that are smart that we have cast out. What about them? Thirdly, when we say, I blame his team, did the team light the team and put it to his mouth, or did they inhale it for him? I'm still trying to figure that part out. And I'm still trying to figure out, where do we hold him liable for the fact that even if he did do all of this, even if we are saying, yes, he did all of this and we're going to rally behind him, are we going to still rally behind him and say, hey, nigga, if you do this again and you decide to fuck on him again, make sure it's some black girls and not some white ones this time? Accountability. I just want to know.
I live. Okay, Remy.
I'm just
Remy talked 75 times now.
I got you, baby.
Bro, and we'll talk 75 more. Meanwhile, just giving him grace. I think I looked at it from a professional lens. I also feel like, what does he owe us? What do you know what I'm saying? Like, he was asking for the vote, but like, we don't know this man. We don't live in Florida. He, you know what I'm saying? He represents something that we'd like to see enacted, but like, what does he really owe us? This man is, he has an issue. And he ain't asked for our endorsement or forgiveness. He literally just asked for privacy.
Okay.
Privacy.
Okay, Kimmy, I'm coming to you. I'm coming to you last because I want you to lend your closing so you can have a little bit more time. Adonis.
I'll say this. Overall, I just want him to get, first of all, again, and I think this has been a common word that's been going on. Accountability is important. I will say this: when you live your life on a certain platform, you get certain privileges. You get to get skipped in the lines. You get to be able to like navigate through spaces that a lot of us will never be able to navigate. And then some of us, we do have a certain amount of privilege now that we're able to. That affords us certain opportunities and certain privileges that other people don't have, right? So my thing is, right now, if some shit happens to us with whatever platforms that we have, it's public scrutiny. So my thing is, you can't have the sugar without understanding that the consequences is gonna give you shit. What I can say is that if he's not asking for anything from us, then he needs to focus on whatever he needs to do to get back at a safe space for him and a healthy space. However, you do have to be accountable. If you live your life in a public lens and a public bird's eye view in front of everybody, then yes, do you owe anybody anything? No. But however, when you are pulled to question by the public, especially when you are releasing statements and things of that nature, then you have to accept what you get. I'm not saying it's right or it's wrong. It's not a perfect world, but it's the reality that we live in. So hopefully he gets the help that he needs and go from there.
Okay, appreciate that. Wendell, you have a little bit more time because I was already going to let you rebut, but now you get to rebut and do your closing.
Well, I'll still be fast. I just want to point out that when I started, I said nothing about sexuality. I said nothing about sex work, right? I specifically dealt with the facts. And the fact is he got caught with his pants down. And that's just the reality. We can say he was set up or all of these great things, but you can't set up someone that doesn't set themselves up first. And I think that that is very important. And I think we also get caught up in this Black pseudo masculinity thing where we feel like we have to protect Black men. But the reality is he should have been protecting himself. We can't compare our lives to his life because we didn't just run for governor of Florida and place ourselves in front of a spotlight. We didn't just say that we want to be a pundit on CNN to be judged by everyone as a CNN entertainment consultant. We didn't just put ourselves in those positions. So you have to give him responsibility and accountability. Yes, his team should have protected him, but have you ever thought that maybe he hid it from his team? You have to take all of this stuff into consideration. And for Michael, you said that he's an ally or he's bisexual. He didn't say any of that in his statement. He didn't own bisexuality or LGBTQ in any way. Wait a minute.
No. You called me.
No, it's mute. It's mute.
No.
It's mute.
He did not own any of that. He didn't own any of that in his statement because he gave a statement. And in his statement, he didn't say anything about anything. The other reality is he has a wife and 3 kids. How dare we ignore the fact that this was a married man with 3 kids while we're saying we're going to protect him? No, he should have been protecting his wife and his 3 kids. Meaning, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to be more careful to speak toward what Remington said. If his wife may have known, but he should have protected her. And if she did not know, shame on him. So I think the end result is we should not bash him because he is still a Black man. And I'm not going to bash him publicly, but we should not condone it either. So I'm not here to protect him. That's God's job.
Okay. Now, Kimmy, I'm closing after you, obviously, but go ahead, Kimmy.
Come on, Kimmy, it's on you.
I just want to speak my piece. When R. Kelly did it, we didn't protect him. When they called out Bill Cosby on his bullshit, we didn't protect him.
Wait, how are we
You what I'm saying? Y'all listen. Every motherfucking person in America persecuted all of those individuals because of
but we cannot.
Hold on.
It's
no,
not
I'm
your
muting,
turn.
I'm muting people. I'm muting people.
Not your turn. So what I'm saying to you is, if we're gonna uphold him in his platform, then we should have been upholding those men as well because they are also Black men. Right, wrong, or maybe. When we was children, when we have friends now as adults, okay, girl, I'm gonna ride with you in the public and I'm gonna correct you in the motherfucking private. But if you're not taking responsibility for what you're doing and you saying that it wasn't you, point blank, period, and then you motherfucking go back and check into a whole rehab, then what are we supposed to do? We don't know what the facts are. We don't know what the other side of the story was. All I'm saying to you, Black, gay, queer, bi, whatever the case may be, he is not willing to take responsibility for what he did. And because of that, I'm not advocating for him. I don't give a fuck if he was purple.
So,
in closing,
hold on. No. Really? I'm muting you every time. I am the mute police. So no. Well done. I'm the mute police. Okay. We will have this conversation in a great way. It is my turn. I've tried to be quiet. But in closing, I think that everybody said something that's super, super valuable. It makes me think of like this balance of how I wish, going back to my anecdote about my mother, how I wish someone would have said, yeah, bitch, she on crack, right? But how I'm also happy that someone said, like, we're going to try to fix her before it gets to everyone else. I am still going to say for Andrew Gillum, I am still hoping and praying that he doesn't kill himself. Because, bitch, that's a lot. But speaking of coronavirus, I said the word. So anybody watching and all of y'all, take a shot. I did say coronavirus.
Girl, and you gonna say it again.
Coronavirus.
What y'all drinking? I'm drinking Crown.
I am drinking tequila. Tequila. What y'all drinking? Say it. Y'all gotta say it so people can see it.
And Pink Whitney is a new drink. It's a vodka. It's called Pink Whitney.
Okay.
I'm drinking a little hurricane.
Little hurricane. Remy? Okay.
Because the theme is red.
Yes.
I'm drinking
Anybody
a little
else? Okay.
Jamaican sunrise.
Ow. Okay.
That's a big ass cup.
And
Type.
I'm drinking a Pinot Noir that is part by Coppola. It's a part of their diamond collection, which is at any of your local grocers. It runs about $12 a bottle.
Wait a minute, are you?
And before you find yourself at the bottom, you'll feel like me. How about that?
So we're going to head over before we get over to our game, which we're going to ask you guys to share again on Facebook. I'm going to share again on Facebook. But before we get to our game, we have another topic that I think is worth talking about. So Pornhub donated 50,000 masks and gave premium content for free for coronavirus.
Girl, I just drunk.
I'm drinking it. Listen, if I drink any more of this, I'm gonna be on Pornhub beating my meat. I can't.
Me, your what?
So look,
Somebody say corona.
So look, do we think that with this distancing, this social distancing, is Pornhub really like a help for us, Kimmy?
Okay, so to be honest with you, I was already using Pornhub.
I could beat him. Yeah.
Hold on, y'all mute for now so we can hear everybody's thoughts.
I have 3 videos that I have saved. I already had a premium. A premium. For those of you who did not know, I was a motherfucking perv, the doll. I already had a premium.
I can't stop laughing.
So when they had said it was free, everybody was like, "Oh, it's free." I saw it on Facebook. I wanted to post and say, "Y'all some motherfucking cheap. Y'all want to watch them 15-second ass videos, bitch? I need the whole 30 minutes, bitch. I need to rub it out, be like, what am I watching?
Still get the job done
and finish it out, okay?" So I do think with the social distancing, for those that do have sex addictions and those who are living with their baby mamas and can't get to their main, their other bitch, and those that actually are protecting themselves and not actually going out in the public, that it is something that will work. But I already had a premium, so I'm just hoping they don't charge me, because bitch, if they charge me, I'm calling customer service. They got me fucked up.
Wendell, I'm really interested to hear you talk about his Pornhub being helpful, giving the people premium content.
I think that you want me out. I didn't think I was going to be called on. Okay. I think that sex is private, and I think that what you do should be private. So I think that anything that makes you comfortable privately is mentally good. So I think that Pornhub did a good thing by doing it. I didn't know that they did it. I'll check it out. But I do think that was good.
Okay.
I don't think that anybody can challenge something like that, because that is mental sanity. And I think that that is more important than anything. So however I may feel about stuff like that publicly in verbiage, privately, I think that it is necessary. So I think that they should be commended for what they did.
Okay. Vernon.
Can I just ask him one question, please?
No. No.
I really have no thoughts. Wait, I got y'all. I got everybody covered. I really have no thoughts or comments on this, so I just yield my time to Kimmy.
Okay.
All right, popcorn. That's what I need to know. So, Wendell, I have a question. Can you unmute? Okay, so so sex is private for you, right?
Yes.
So you don't talk about sex like in any public anything. Not with your good Judy, your good girlfriend.
No.
So you have you had some good sex?
Lots of it.
So you had lots of good sex. So you mean to tell me that when you have good sex, you don't call your motherfucking good Judy and be like, bitch, that dick was one.
Oh my.
First off, I would say that hoe, but no. I've always been a very private person. Like when it comes to, and anyone who knows me knows that no matter what I deal with in life, I'm very private.
Bitch,
like I may laugh and kiki.
Yeah, I've known Wendell since I was like 15 years old, y'all.
Right. And so my friends, like my closest friends, like Shara, Takasha, Sherman, they all kiki because they always say that they would think I was a virgin my entire life. I don't share. I lived a very sheltered life as far as Southern Christianity. So I was kind of abused like everybody else by the church. You know, I was abused by the church like everyone else at certain points. I appreciated certain parts of that. And one of those parts that I appreciated was understanding that people will take what you tell them and use it as a weapon eventually.
Yeah.
So I've never been one to share what happens in my bedroom because on Mad Day, I don't want to have to bust you on your clavicles because you chose to throw it in my face.
Completely understand.
Right.
I still call my bitch. If I get something that's good, I'm calling in on motherfucking hotline at 3 a.m. Bitch, I just got some good.
Look, what I'm going to say is this. That was a great marketing tool, right? So if you really think about it, Pornhub just set the standard, right? I'm going to upgrade you in this time of need with all this coronavirus.
Coronavirus, y'all.
Look, I don't know. I'm even make it to the end to even play a game or not. But anyways, but no. So I was thinking like, okay, how thoughtful was that to do that, to upgrade everybody? Because you know everybody is doing it. You know everybody is masturbating, having sex, doing all of this stuff. That was a great market. That's all I got to say on that. I think it was wise of them to do that. I think it was wise to donate and then to upgrade. That's good marketing. That's good marketing.
Remington. Remy, is Remy still on?
I think I'm going to piggyback off of what Titan said and how it's a brilliant marketing platform and plan. I think that utilizing their large following, I think they got it right. You know, it's very sickening. You know, it's very CSR, corporate social responsibility. It's very that. Love to see it.
Yes, Adonis.
All right. Oh, my turn. All right. So for those people who don't know out there, like, so I was raised in an interfaith household. My father's Muslim, my mom is Christian. So it takes me to this scripture. I think it says, because I will be a freak until the day, until the dawn. And we can pump all through the night to the early morn. So with that being said, listen, let me say something. I'm honest, hold on. My hoes is honest. So I done had more than enough sex for right now. I'm worried about other things. However, I will tell you, if you choose to self-indulge, and this is me, because I'm a little bit more progressive. This is me. Listen, I can talk about anything, anywhere. But if you, whatever you doing, that motherfucker, that toxic dude or girl or whom or both that you may end up with, guess what? If you find that right video at the right spot and you touch the right spot, let the church say amen. It can save you from reaching out and touching someone. It can save you from bringing corona to your house. So listen, I'm all here for it. I agree with everyone else said. I think it's a great marketing tool. There's nothing wrong with masturbation. We're all products of sex. That's how we got here. Whether you got here C-section or through the vag, you are products of sex. And I think to take the stigma out of it, hold on, corona.
Oh, corona.
We must talk about it. So I think that it's great, and I'm thinking I love the fact that we're having this conversation because in order to destigmatize sex, we have to make it normal, which it is normal because we're all products of it. And this is a shameless plug, and whoever can take it. But if you are in need of PrEP, please reach out to any of these individuals. Raise your hand if they can reach out and touch you about PrEP.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying, do whatever you're gonna do it. And there's all type of safer ways. And I don't know what's more safer than sucking and fucking on your own stuff.
Let me tell y'all. So I can talk about my freakiness for a second. So the other week I had got some gifts in the mail. And normally I get a fleshlight every year. So this year I got a Milan Christopher fleshlight. It's on fleshlight.com under Fleshlight Boys. Okay.
Was it tight?
Yeah. No, listen. Okay. I'm talking about last week. Okay. So I got a Milan Christopher fleshlight. This time though, I did something a little different because I also needed some penis every now and then. And I was missing out on my little, back yappings because I can't yap the back. Okay. And instead of getting one of those little freaky things from the local sex store or off of Amazon, I said, let me get a Milan Christopher penis. And so last night, while I was going through a lot of difficult things, trying to figure out what I was going to do creative and live up to the life that I have created with all of my creativity, I laid in the bed and I said, what is I'm going to do? What is I'm going to do? And I turned on Pornhub to this young man called, I think it's called Hot Dog Boy.
That is new. That is a premium.
I think his name is Hot Dog Boy.
I'm done with time.
How you taking notes?
I was sending them in a link. So Hot Dog Boy does these videos, these premium videos most often, where he's trying out different sex toys. And he had tried out this cock stimulator that had made him just like shoot everywhere. And I said, oh, I got Milan Christopher in the closet. And so I took out both ends of Milan Christopher last night because I was having a really, really rough night. And I stuck one part of Milan Christopher on the wall and the other in my drawers.
Hey, work tomorrow?
And I had begun to get close to Milan Christopher. And what I found out is that Pornhub is doing a mighty work. Pornhub is doing.
You had said you was asleep when I called. You were good for.
He was lying, Kimmy. He was lying.
After that, he was sleeping down.
Yeah, he was sleeping afterwards.
Yeah, I was tired. Okay,
Wait.
he was wore out. Okay.
Wait.
That's what it'll
He
do.
said he had got close to Milan Christopher.
I have 2 questions. Okay.
Oh, you did your time.
Oh, you got questions now?
My first question is that a vase that Kimmy drinking from?
A what? A vase?
Are you drinking from a vase?
I
bitch?
am not. This is actually a carafe. It
Okay,
has
no shade.
I got it from Z
It's
Gallery.
a base.
I was just drinking the bottle. I can't judge you. I just want clarity. My second question is, because you said, oh, you know, the best thing that Pornhub can do is allow you to suck and fuck yourself. So my question is, how do you suck and fuck yourself?
That's the next.
So,
That's the
what
next
you
one.
got to do is
Milan
you lay on the
Christopher.
bathroom floor, okay? You lay on the bathroom floor because most of us have a little weight on us. So you lay on the bathroom floor and you put your legs on.
Hold on, show us. Hold on. Wait. Show us.
Coronavirus.
Show us.
Shit is getting real. Coronavirus.
So
Show us.
lay on the bathroom floor and you put your legs.
Wait. Aim your camera
These ain't
down
got
so
no
we can
sense.
see.
No. So you got to put your legs up on the vanity. And then what you do is you thrust up first. Because your back is going to get a cramp.
That don't look realistic.
Listen, my grandma used to always say, y'all had y'all legs cocked up in the wall, so now I see what cocked up in the wall means.
And that's what I was about to say, because girl, the way that my ass is set up, that's not happening, bitch.
It's too much to me. Okay. It's too much.
You said it's too much.
I'm
Don't start your bullshit, Vernice.
But it ain't too much when y'all be doing it though.
Who is y'all?
Wendell. You be sucking and fucking yourself.
Go to
Huh?
What you say? We can't
It's
hear you.
frozen. It's frozen. It's frozen.
That was
It's
a
frozen.
Here's my thing.
Let us know what
Y'all
go
know-
down at TSU.
Y'all know Wendell is
Let
real
us know what go
classy.
down
It's
at
the TSU or the Legion of Doom?
I like
Remy,
to talk about sex and shit.
Remy,
Can't do that.
Remy, close it up for us, Remy. Close the topic up so we can get to the game.
There, but for the grace of God, go I. That's all I've got to say.
Now listen. Hold on,
Come
because
on,
everybody
scripture.
quote scriptures now. What scripture do y'all be quoting when y'all be in the thing?
I just
Y'all be in the thing. Do y'all be
I do a
quoting?
little Leandria song. It go a little like this. One
Lay it
second.
over.
Jesus, call him like you want him. Call him like you need.
My ancestors don't like our.
We going to hell. We going to hell.
I don't bring my ancestors into my sexual activities, girl.
Because I'm gonna tell you from the good book of Michael Jackson. Don't stop till you get enough.
How?
I hate
Don't stop till you get it.
coronavirus.
Don't stop till you
Okay. Coronavirus, y'all. Okay.
Oh, I'm done.
Y'all, let me tell y'all, the funny part is, before we get to the game,
Ian, real quick, Wendell, sex. Because Wendell get out there, we talk about sex. I say sex.
he started blushing and shit. So I just want to let y'all know real quick, before we get into our game, I know this was supposed to be like for everybody else, like this little happy hour was supposed to be for everybody else. And I'm kind of upset that we couldn't go on Facebook because I really think this is like super innovative and cute. But bitch, I'm having such a good time having happy hour with y'all. Like I really needed.
Me too, bitch. Me too.
Listen, but when I told y'all I was over here smoking hookah and I had made me some custom drinks and had set up me a whole swing and put on a full outfit, y'all hoes had laughed at me. Bitch, I've been doing this for 3 days, hookah and all.
Well, sis, I hookah every day. I'm about to get off camera in a second.
Somebody want me.
I'll be here, though.
Yeah.
Devil's leaf. Goodbye.
I enjoys the devil's lettuce. That's romaine. That's why everybody getting salmonella.
Yes, I am
Wait,
loving
hold
this.
on. What's the devil's medicine?
The devil lettuce, bitch, is romaine.
Oh, like my papa say, that dope.
So we're gonna go to our game. Our game is Truth or Drink. Okay. So this game is very random. Okay. We already have our numbers. I'm number 1, Titan's number 2, Kimmy's number 3, Remy's number 4, Adonis number 5, Vern is number 6, Wendell is number 7. So when we pull our number or when our number comes up, please keep y'all numbers in order, okay? We get to ask whoever we want the question that's on the screen. The question can range from anything normal to anything super intimate, okay? The question is not from me. It is from a website where we're playing Truth or Drink. Are we ready to play Truth or Drink?
Yes.
Oh, other thing. The other piece of Truth or Drink. So you ask the question out loud and then you say truth or drink. They either choose to say the truth or drink. We're ready? Okay.
Bitch, I'm just admiring myself. That's how I know when I'm drunk, because bitch, I start feeling everything.
So I am number 1. And my question goes to Remington. It's an easy question. The question is, if I was in a relationship with someone you hated, would you tell me?
No, you know I would.
Truth or
I
drink?
probably would even get in a whole relationship.
Truth
You
or
know,
drink?
I'd tell you immediately.
Bitch, and if he would tell you, I would.
Okay, that was easy. Next question, Titan. Who you want to ask?
What's the question?
You can't see it, it's shared.
Oh, I see it. Oh, it didn't change it. My bad. I don't know. Kimmy, my girl.
I was raising my finger and shit in church.
Yes. So, Kimmy, truth or drink?
Truth.
Oh, yes. Come on.
What's the question?
Come on. Do you have some examples? Oh, the question is, do you think I have a more dominant or more submissive personality? And do you have any examples?
I think that you are passive aggressive. You are neither dominant nor submissive. You will passively aggressively provide somebody with the information they need without being too aggressive, because you want everyone to feel your love and light in your energy. I have examples because bitch, you should have been read the fuck out of me for several things that I did. You just be like, Kimmy, I just don't think you should do that. Really think about it and just dig deep and see exactly what you feel about it. That's your advice every fucking time. I could be like, bitch, I'm finna go dive off the side of the motherfucking. No, I think you should think about it.
So Kimmy, you next, right?
I love you, Kimmy.
Kimmy, you next?
Yeah, I'm next. I'm 3 for 30.
Who you want to ask?
Ian. Truth or drink?
Okay. Truth.
Would your life be any worse if we had never met?
It wouldn't be any worse for sure. I mean, I don't know if truth. It wouldn't be any worse for sure. I don't know if it would be any better because, bitch, you know, I'm used to losing girls. The girls don't stay around long. But I know for sure it wouldn't be any worse. All right, Remy, who you asking?
Let me see. Do you think I care less about my? Oh shit! How would that come to me? Because it's clearly like the question for me. Wendell, do you think I care more or less about my reputation than most people?
Truth or drink?
Wait, could you read the question again?
Do you think I care more or less about my reputation than most people?
Oh, truth. Yes, I think you definitely care more about your reputation than most people, thank God. So yes.
Okay. It's getting easy. I can't wait till the hard question come up. I think Adonis is next. Adonis, who you want to ask? Truth or drink?
Oh, wow. Hold on. Wait a minute. Have you ever had to apologize to someone for when it says my, that means me? That they had to apologize
Yeah,
to
so you
Michael?
have to ask someone else that.
You.
Oh Lord, have mercy. I even hate to ask, I already know this answer. Wow. And I can ask a lot of y'all. I'll ask Ian. Fine, that'll work.
Why did I know he was gonna pick Ian, y'all?
Because I feel as though I get a more authentic answer from Ian. I say nobody else's, but Ian
True,
is the only
bitch.
one.
True.
Okay, have you ever had to apologize to someone for my behavior? I think I already know the answer to this.
Bitch, I didn't have to apologize for my life. I think the most interesting part is, bitch, I have to apologize to everyone who dates me for your behavior.
Then what? I didn't hear the last part.
I said I have to
Everybody that he
apologize.
date, he have to apologize.
Everybody that I date, I got to apologize for your behavior.
Oh,
Girl, they hate you, girl. They hate you, girl. They want you to go away. They want you to not be this man's friend. I'm speaking into my microphone. They want you to motherfucking act like he does not exist, and you're not gonna do that. Thanks.
Yeah.
and the crazy, you know what? And the crazy thing is that Ian and I don't have no sexual relationship. Yes, we're exes, but we are genuinely, authentically friends. Like, I don't get drunk and text Ian or vice versa. So if I'm a threat to anybody, that's really a reflection of whatever they're creating in their mind. Because it's been a decade since Ian and I have had sex. So I don't even know, like, why would that even still be an issue for anybody? I think. Yeah.
Vernus, did you snap?
That's real. Vernus. Okay. Who you asking? Oh, I like a little spicy.
Oh, so I'm gonna ask Lindell this question.
Oh, thank you.
Did y'all see Wendell's face?
I'm just glad he
I think this is perfect because Miss Mama's talking. Oh, I don't talk about sex, so let's talk. Mama sign it. Let's talk about it, bitch.
Okay, so you gotta ask the question, Vern.
Oh, have you ever cheated on anyone? What were the circumstances? Lindell, truth or drink?
Drink.
We got our first drink, bitch.
So they ask the question once they drink.
You are so private.
No. So are we back to me?
Yes.
Okay.
I know,
okay.
because Michael is where's Michael?
Well, Mike
had to go.
Mike had to go.
Okay.
No, who's last? Who's number 7? I was number 6. Is it
No,
Wendell?
Michael was number 7.
No,
I'm number 7.
Oh, Wendell. Okay. So who's asking the question?
Okay, have you ever had sex with someone? Oh, I have to say who I'm asking, right?
Who you
Yeah,
asking?
who you asking?
Yeah.
Let me get into this question. Oh. Adonis.
I knew it.
Oh,
Good choice.
Real good choice.
Have you ever had sex with someone who was already in a committed relationship? Oh my God.
Hold on, Teddy, for that. Oh my God.
No. I deserve that.
And all right.
You drank?
Yeah, I'm drinking. Y'all won't get me.
So it's back to me.
That's Miss Thing in a relationship right now. If it was otherwise, she'd be
Okay. I'm asking this to Vernus. I'm asking this to Vernus. Do you ever feel like I'm holding you back?
So, okay, so I
Truth or drink?
Authentically, right? I don't believe that you necessarily are holding me back. However,
So is this true?
No, it's not true that he's holding me back. I think there's more that he can do to be engaged with the population of the community that I aim to serve. I do say that.
Okay.
But I don't just say that about Ian. I can say that about anybody on this live. No shade.
Okay. I will see that. So number 2 is Titan, I think. Hopefully y'all having fun. I know this is Everybody telling the truth, bitch. I need to get some lies on the live. And y'all need to get Remington in, bitch. Remington get
Well, you should have, if you want the truth, you should have invited some fake ass bitches. That's what you should have did.
Okay, so I got mine.
I know a couple if we want to add them real quick.
We can really add them and send it to their inbox because I know a couple few. And they all hang together like ugly soulful.
Well, you know
I
what?
love Kimmy. They soulful, Kimmy. How soulful are they?
Soulful down.
I love you, Kimmy.
Okay, all right, I'm ready. So I think
whole motherfucking boot from 1972.
I love
Kimmy.
Ain't nobody.
You know, I think because I don't really know him like that, like I know everybody else, I think this question will be for Remington.
Okay.
So the question is, describe your first real kiss, then describe your last kiss.
Ooh.
Truth or
dream, Remy? Remy had a drink.
Was your last
it was the last one for me.
Was your last kiss the night we was at the hotel?
Okay, next question.
What was that now? I'm sorry because I thought we were telling the truth. Because we're not gonna start pulling out fallacies.
Girl,
so Kimmy is next.
Okay, I'm gonna ask Bernice.
Oh, that's cute.
Truth or drink? You gotta give me your answer first, Miss Thing, because I'm not telling you my question until you tell me truth or drink.
I can see the question, bitch.
Like, literally, we can all see the question.
Are you gonna say truth or fucking drink? What you doing?
I said truth, girl. Everybody can see the question.
Okay, you and I are dating. What's gonna break us up, Miss Thing?
Oh, the attitude
is period. That's what break up all my relationships, though. If I can be honest, they either say I'm too vain, I like to dress too spicy, or my attitude too bad.
Oh, and if you don't find my Lysol soon too, that's gonna break us up.
Bitch, listen, the people is still in the Lysol when they get.
No, if anyone knows some boosters that are accumulating certain things from however way they're accumulating.
I got cash, bitch.
Right. Remy, this your question. Who you asking?
Let me see. Let me get back to the screen.
Who? This Remy?
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know who am I allowed to like have anyone answer, or do I have to?
Yeah.
Huh?
Anyone. Oh, you want to do anyone?
So it's open to the public. If I died tomorrow, what regrets would you have about our relationship?
Can I go first?
I'll go just to make it hot. I would probably regret that two things. I would regret number one, that we didn't get closer earlier. And number two, I didn't fuck you like we should have before. That's it.
Can I answer the question?
My God.
Can I answer it, Lorraine?
I love embarrassing women.
Come on, Lorraine Bobby.
I'm open.
No, wait a minute. I got a question. So y'all was trying to fuck? Because see, I done got it.
Oh, wait, no. Oh my God.
It sounds like he fucked them already. They didn't try.
Oh, wait.
So Bernice, that's the second. That's two for you, sweetie. That's two. You
how
don't get one more. Okay, I'm a two strikes you're out. Okay, so I'm gonna need you to sit back, relax.
I'm just going by what's being said on the live, baby. I'm just going by what's being said on the live.
I'm still waiting on the answer. So y'all was trying to fuck?
It wasn't.
No,
like they tried.
Oh my goodness!
I answered the question.
Go this left.
It didn't
I
sound
answered the
good.
question.
My name is Remington, and I don't delve into all of these things. I'm very uncomfortable.
What's the next question?
Move on. Thank you so much.
What's the next question?
All right. I'll answer it. I'll answer absolutely, and it's similar to what Ian said.
You was supposed to fuck them too.
Oh.
Huh?
Oh. Come on,
Okay.
Ty.
Wait, what happened?
Bitch, you got
Let me stop for
coronavirus.
Oh no, what I was saying, no, my mom will be the same as Remington. Like Remington is like such good peoples, and I click. I just like the fact that we didn't click faster. Like I really love Remington. You're like, and this is the gag, and people who know me know that I typically always bump head with cancers. My mom is a cancer, and you're like one that I always like. It's always a good place. So I hate the fact that like we didn't get closer like sooner. I love you.
Y'all gonna make me cry. You know I'm a Cancer. I'm sensitive.
Yeah, when Doug got something.
July 5th.
Oh, my sister's birthday.
Is it my turn?
That's my best friend.
Oh, we want you to answer Remington's question.
I'm reading the question. Oh, Remington, I don't have any regrets. I think that we met when we were supposed to meet, and I think that we connected when we were supposed to connect, because I absolutely adore you. I think that, you know, you're problematic, but I'm problematic. So I think that I get you. And I think that that's the beauty of it, is that I get you. And so I don't think that there's absolutely anything wrong with you. I think that you are perfect the way you are. And I love you no matter what. So no, I think we did everything correctly.
Y'all stop. I'm gonna cry. Please.
Well, who's number 4 or 5? Or what number? Who's next? Vernus?
I'm 5.
Can I answer?
No, it's Adonis, okay. Who else needs to answer?
I'm gonna answer.
Okay.
The answer, you can tell him and make it answer.
I think that I met you when I was supposed to meet you. You are everything. You are as extra as I need you to be. You give me life. You give me death drop with me, honey, Miss Thing. You are everything. Ow.
And Titan.
So I just met Remington. So my regret would be if he was to pass tomorrow, that we didn't get a chance to like really click, kind of like what Adonis was saying. Like we didn't get a chance to click, because at the the In Crowd, the photo shoot, he was already asking me, why you so quiet? What are you doing? Why I never met you? And I was like, oh, okay then. This is a little bit of fire right here. I think, you know, we could be all right. I think we could be okay. So yeah, that part.
Yeah, no, but seriously, I like to spark a little controversy. But I have just enjoyed my FaceTimes with Remington, my checkups, our little chat messages. It's keeping me up to date. It's keeping me sane. He's keeping me structured. As a lot of people know. Well, no, a lot of people don't know. I really don't have a close friend circle. I have a couple friends. Most of my friends work with me. And so it's really different to have a friend that has no connection to my work, but also is about the work. And so I would regret, in all honesty, if I didn't find a friend first.
All right, y'all. I love y'all. Move on, because I do not know how to take compliments. I am about to cry, so can we please not have me cry on this live? Move on, please.
Okay. So next question, Adonis. Ooh, Adonis, who you asking?
Can I ask more than one?
Yeah.
All right. First, I'm gonna go to Kimmy because I love her. Yeah. What is it?
I know you were going to be.
And then make sure you ask Wendell. Okay.
I think we should give everybody at least 5 seconds to answer. But Kimmy, what's the kinkiest thing you've ever?
Okay, so I'm gonna drink and I'm gonna answer your question. So I'll drink first. And the kinkiest thing I've asked somebody to do.
And then Vernon.
Cause I mean, so like we in 2020, so a lot of the girls may be nasty. I mean, or feel like this is nasty, but being a woman, a lady, a female, you know, with all that shit, with a pussy, when I'm on my period, like I'm the horniest.
Wow,
so,
okay.
I don't know if this is considered kinky, nasty, or like just on some voodoo shit. Cause I have Cajun roots, but I've asked the bitch to eat my pussy in the public while I was on my period. I think we was at
white people are Cajuns, just to point that out.
I mean, look at
Kim
my
may keep talking. Don't take the mic. Keep
Look
talking.
at Remington and Titan.
okay, so like, listen, that's not, and to me, that's kinky because we're in the public eye. I was on my period, but she had touched the wrong part of my ass, and it was like, oh, that, oh.
Ooh,
I can't eat my pussy in the restroom, but I'm on my period, and she didn't say no. So I mean,
Did you kiss her afterwards?
of course, I got good clean pussy, bitch. I got
Hospital clean.
So I mean, hey.
Oh, Adonis, you should ask Vertus, bitch.
Oh, I want to. Yes, Vertus is next. Him with that Remington, because all of them, like the rest of us, don't mind talking about sex. But yes,
Right.
cause what is the kinkiest thing you've asked someone else to do to you?
Oh, have sex with the lights on.
Wait, what?
Have sex with the lights on.
What?
Oh my God.
You hoes thought y'all was gonna get me high. I'm smarter than the average.
Burns, you ain't paying fair. You ain't playing fair.
You ain't playing fair because that's bullshit.
I think, okay, so what is the key thing you ask someone to do? Oh, to have sex. So, okay, so I used to work at Office Depot. And, okay, I'll be completely candid with y'all. So I used to work at Office Depot, and this boy that I met in the old apartments that I used to stay in, right? And he's such a nerd, and he's such a conspiracy theorist. And I have a thing for conspiracy theorists, right? I really do have a thing for them because they just have really big dicks. I'm just gonna see it, okay? It seemed like every conspiracy theory, bitch. When they was handing them out, they was in line, okay? And so there was this boy that used to work that I didn't know from my apartments, and he ended.
Maybe that's why my mom still my dad. But I'm sorry, continue. Go ahead.
And he used to, and he ended up getting a job at the Office Depot that I used to work at, unbeknownst to me. So, bitch, I can't remember who our idea was, but bitch, every time we worked on the shift together, bitch, we would have sex at work. In the office, break room, behind, like.
Did he eat your booty?
Yes, God.
Okay, I was just.
I have very strict requirements.
Listen, good sis. I was just trying to make sure you got your full monthly taken care of. Okay.
I have very strict requirements. Okay. Very strict requirements. Okay. You got to fulfill some things, bitch, to ride this ride.
Adonis.
Or for me to ride the ride.
Okay.
You gotta ask Wendell, you said.
Yeah. Wendell ain't gonna participate. You know what? Let me ask Ty, what is the kinkiest thing you ask someone else to do?
You gonna drink? Deposit?
No, I'm gonna go ahead on and I'm gonna. Oh, I don't like you, Ian. And then Frat, you ain't gotta act like that. Adonis, you ain't gotta act like that. All right, so picture it. I'm gonna do like Kimmy. I'm gonna take a drink and I'm gonna tell the truth. I'm gonna do that.
Oh, what we picturing Sicily in 1974?
All right. So I'm gonna just tell you this.
You my good Judy, bitch, because that's exactly what I said when he said.
Y'all judge me after. So, okay, y'all know I'm in my 40s. Y'all know I'm in my late 40s. So I met this 24-year-old, and yeah. So the kinkiest thing was to choke me, spit on me, and then yank me by my hair.
Okay.
I knew you kept that.
Miss Mama! Miss Mama!
But hold on. Wait. But then, but then after they spit and after they nutted on me, I had to wear it home.
Oh, see, they said that.
What happened? Say it again.
Talk about it! Talk about it! Talk about it!
No.
Come on, Miss Mama!
I think Wendell told me a story like this before.
Talk about it, bitch. She look at that straight.
Oh no.
Oh, you gonna answer Wendell?
Don't ask me about my neighbor.
Yes, talk to me.
You gonna answer?
All right, y'all. I'm bowing out.
My neighbor.
Bowing out.
This is what I will say. Okay. Y'all were, I were out. This is what I will say. This is like really, y'all have no idea how therapeutic this is for me. I was in a relationship for the last year and 3 months that ended abruptly because I refused to have open relationships. And so this particular person, which will stay unnamed, could not deal with the fact that I just did not want it to be publicized that we were together.
Can we get first and last initial?
Bitch, you messy. You is messy as fuck.
But what I will say is that what I will
They
say
were
is
from Dallas though, huh?
therapeutic for me because freedom is so important and I believe in freedom. But for whatever reason, I have always, well, since a relationship that was not a healthy relationship for me, which Ian knows that relationship, I have not had a public relationship since then. And so y'all have no idea how liberating this whole ordeal has been. But I've literally lost probably 2 of the best people that God probably had ever sent in my life because of my privacy. And I just want y'all to know that this has been very liberating. So thank you, but no, I will not share my sexual ecstasies.
And then I
It ain't that liberating thing.
Oh, wait, let me just,
Hold
can
on.
I say something?
Hold on. We about to close in just a second. I wanted to see if Remy had anything to say about kinky.
Oh Lord, it was just getting fun.
I know, but I want to respect everybody's time. Maybe we'll do it a little longer next time, but it's 8:30. So Remy, you got any kinky things you've done?
No, we can go ahead and move to the next subject.
Take a drink, bitch. Take a drink. So before we start with our closing, because I do want to respect everybody's time, coronavirus, COVID-19, take a shot.
I made a drink, y'all. And if you can look at it, it's very closely, it's like pink. I named the drink that pussy. It tastes so good.
Wait, what?
I blame y'all because my whole drink is gone.
I ain't never tasted no pussy that tasted good.
That drink, you ain't never tasted you ain't tasted the right pussies. But this drink is called that pussy. In my free time, I am a bartender. I'm
still waiting for Amazon to deliver mine.
Wait.
So before we close, because I do.
Okay, you know what? I'm done. I don't want to talk about it no more.
Yeah.
Berners, you should see what I got for my birthday.
Yes.
No, I want
to. Everybody, because y'all, I'm trying to close. I'm trying to respect the people's time.
It's our time. We don't care. We don't care.
No. Maybe we can do it after party on Facebook. No. So I want to respect everybody's time. And I just want to thank you. I think that this is super cute. As Wendell said, this is super therapeutic. I haven't experienced anything like this. It's fun to be drunk on Zoom with everybody, but more so to be sharing it live. I wish we could have went on Facebook, but I'll keep my my final thoughts till later. I want to give everybody else a chance to give their final thoughts. And I would like all of our special guests to go first and then have the staff and leadership of the Normal Anomaly to come. So anybody that is a guest to us, if you could just give your final thoughts about everything. I got to choose.
Who you want to start with?
Go, you the first one.
So, like any good things, I hate that it comes to an end. No, so I want to go back to the top of the conversation, to where we started. I just want to point out again that there's a lot of trans women out here that is starving for the attention of community. They're actually losing their lives over it. And I feel like as individuals in this community, there's so much more that we can do. Yes, if you want to support Andrew Gillum, or whatever his name is, that's your right. But there's people who live in this community every day that's dying to thrive in it. So why should we take our support outside of this community to help someone who don't want to be in it?
Understood. Thank you, Bernice. Anybody else? Remy, Adonis, Wendell.
We just giving final words.
Yeah. Thoughts.
I just want people to understand that life is worth whatever you want it to be. So you fill in the space, you fill in the gap. I think that we all get caught up in where we are now and we forget about where we want to be. So whatever it is that you want to be, you have to keep striving for it. And I think that in life, for many of us, especially Generation X and above, we were not taught to strive for whatever we wanted. We were taught to strive for what is manageable or what is containable at that moment. But we live in a world that we can be and do whatever it is that we want to do and be whatever we want to be. And we don't have to live under the constraints of the past or of standards because we create the standards. So I think that the beauty of LGBTQ in this space, the reason it is so important in this space is because it is a group of people that went against the odds no matter what, when it wasn't possible, when it wasn't popular. So I think that the most important thing in this space is to know that whatever it is you want, you can have it as long as you are willing to put in the work to create the space for it. That's it.
Thank you both, Bernice and Wendell. Adonis, Remington.
I just want to just reiterate. First off, I thoroughly enjoyed being and sharing in space with you all. Y'all are so dynamic and just amazing and just a gem, each of you. So thank you so much for everything, for this space, cultivating this space. 'Cause I think somebody was, needing to hear this. I also want to reiterate, this virus, coronavirus, is real. I'm very scared, right? I've seen a lot of people that have really been impacted by this, right? And so I'm gonna go with the CDC and say, wash your hands for a minimum of 20 seconds, get those thumbs, get that top of that hand, get the palm and cross in like that. Social distancing, it is so important, right? We can stem the tide of this virus's progression if we actually take heed to the health mandates. Everybody know Mayor Turner and Judge Hidalgo has said, stay at home, non-essential employees, y'all stay at home, because it's not just us that are affected. It's our grandparents, it's our cousins, it's our friends, it's our aunts and uncles, right? That's very important. And my final word is support Black businesses, right? In this space, there's a lot of tumultuous stuff going on, and there's a lot of income restrictions that are coming down the pipeline that people haven't necessarily realized yet. And we got to support our own, right? Regardless of judgment or whatever for other people doing what, buy Black, right? We out here doing it for us, by us, and I'm very frugal to the situation.
Thank you so much, Remington. Thank you for being here. And Adonis, final words.
Y'all have all said some moving things. Again, all of you all continue to be safe. Health first, and when I say health, physical, mental, emotional, all of that. And understand that the block is on lock, the trunk stay locked, Glock on clock, the block stay hot. I said the Glock on block, the trunk stay locked. Glock. But no, honestly, listen, y'all, make sure you guys are doing whatever you can do to take care of your mental health, because y'all, we understand that cabin fever is real, but understand that do not allow yourself to be in a starving situation and eat anything. Make sure that you are thinking wisely and you are assessing your next move. I can definitely say that, I love everybody for free. This coronavirus has definitely taken us by storm. I didn't think it would be this serious. I guess that's maybe a reflection of 45, but I was like, well, listen, I ain't seen nobody dropping. Then I'm driving down the street and I see people passing out and paramedics there. So I just want everyone to make sure that our youth right now is not immortality, and to not only take our health serious, but our relationships with our family, friends, and truly loved ones, that we reevaluate them and make sure that they not only see that we love them, but they see with our actions and with our words. And remember, don't get none on you. All right.
So now we have my two teammates, Titan and Kimmy.
What you mean, me? Okay, so look, Adonis, I don't know about that. Don't get none on you. I just told you my story, so I don't know how this gonna work. I don't know how this. But look, I want to say thank y'all. I really appreciate. I really appreciate being a part of this. I love this. I think that this is something that is going to grow, that's going to be big and go forward. I do ask that you watch out for the Normal Anomaly. We got some stuff coming down the pipe, some stuff for the community, some stuff that we're going to introduce, some innovative stuff. So I'm quite happy about that. On the flip side, I do want to say about this virus. I'm not going to say the word because we already drunk up, but I'm going to say about this virus. I was like Adonis and probably many others. I really wasn't taking it like that seriously, but my grandmother is 82 and she's staying with me. So I had to like really buckle down and lock down. So it's serious, especially for our elderly and especially for like those kids and things like that. So I'm just saying, be careful out there. I can't tell you what you should do, what you shouldn't do. But then I said, I took it upon myself not to venture out and do that because I have her in the house with me. So I don't want to bring anything to her because she can't fight it off like that. So be safe out there, be great, and then be on the lookout. We will see you all soon.
Then Kimmy.
Y'all know what it is. It's the motherfucking dog, the stylist that styles. On the behalf of the Normal Anomaly, I want to thank all of our viewers for viewing our Watch What Happens Live. The Real Gag is making a return once we can go outside. As far as the coronavirus, y'all take a shot. Take it serious. I am one of those people who do have a lung disease. I am asthmatic. I have always been asthmatic. So a lot of people do not understand why I am staying far away, why I am at home. But that is why, because I don't want to die. And bitch, when I come outside, I want to come outside. So if you are asthmatic or old or have a compromised immune system,
not old.
What?
Seasoned, not old.
Old, because bitch, stay old. Respect the elders. Stay your ass at home, and that's just that on that. In regards to Kimberly Nicole Styles, make sure that you check out my website by Kimberly Nicole Styles. Also, in the coming weeks, I will be releasing a video, the essentials of coming outside and preparing yourself to come outside once this shit is done. Love and light, peace to everybody. I love you, and I hope you love me and everything that I bring to the platform.
Absolutely. And to close, the Normal Anomaly is an initiative that uses a social justice lens to address issues, stigma and health disparities of people of color and LGBTQIA folks through digital storytelling with a vision to end the discrimination of LGBTQ plus folks and the epidemic of HIV through methods of performance art, digital media, and collaborations with community organizations. This has been a phenomenal night. We have collaborated with several organizations, including our people at the Mahogany Project, which we need to support more. They do a lot of really, really, really important work. We've also collaborated with Gamma Mu Phi and Black Gifted and Whole. So I am super excited about this night. I hate that we could not go live on Facebook because I think this really needs to be seen, but surely he will find a way to do it. So with that being said, I'm comfortable and excited about what has happened tonight as the executive director of the Normal Anomaly Initiative. I think we really, really need this space. I feel super good. I feel like I'm getting off this live and feeling like I really have been around my people. I've really been loved on. I've really been cared about and cared for. I've been in some intellectual stimulation, some love. And though I am not with you guys physically, I truly believe in God for one reason. And that is the reason because this has made me feel close to your spirit. And so if this has done anything for you all, we ask that you would share this experience. We may or may not be back soon. And we love you. Have a great night and enjoy your social distancing.
Whoa, fuck my mouth.
Right, y'all.
Oh my God.
Some blessings.
All right, au revoir. Everybody, au revoir.
Au revoir.